Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make a three-colour image request from the Liverpool telescope using the National Schools Observatory's website. So the first thing to note is that we will need to be registered with the NSO to do this. So if you haven't yet done so, create your account by clicking register. And once you've done that, we can go ahead and log in. And we do need to be logged in to do this. So I'm just going to very quickly enter my details. And in doing so, we notice that those two links have now changed. So if you can see your name followed by account at the top, then it means that you're logged in and ready to go. So we're going to go to Go Observing, and as you can see by mousing over, I get two further options. One is for my observations, which takes me to a unique part of the website which stores my previous requests so that I can go ahead and download any of them or make changes or check the status. Alternatively, I could click the Using Go Observing, which would take me to a help section which would explain pretty much what I'm going to explain in this video. But for us, we're going to be making a new request, so I'm going to go ahead and click Go Observing. And that takes me to the Go Observing part of the website, where it's now asking me what kind of object we would like to request. So if I wanted to make a request for an image of a galaxy, similar to the beautiful icon picture here, then obviously I would click galaxies. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you how to make a three-colour image of a nebula. So I'm going to go ahead and click Stars. And as you can see, we've now got some more options. Now if I just go ahead and click Observe Nebulae, then I would get a black and white image of a nebula. But for us, we would like to make a three-colour image, so I'm going to go ahead and click the option that's for three-colour nebulae. And at this point, it's now asking me which object I would like. So it's giving classifications. As you can see, most of them are in emission nebulae on this list. However, there is a cluster. But it's asking me which of these I would like to observe. In our case, I would quite like to observe Messier 1. So I would go ahead and click Messier 1. But I just briefly want to explain what this chart means, because it's showing the chance of success. And the corresponding key is below. So as you can see, the timeline at the top indicates that the left-hand side is present day, and as we move towards the right, we move further forward in time. So at present, my request for Messier 1 is currently quite dark on that chart, which corresponds to a poor chance of success. However, as we go through December into sort of the middle of December, we find that that becomes a much more positive, a much more either a good or an excellent chance of success. So by making this request, I might not be successful immediately, but within the next couple of weeks I should find that my request is achieved. So I'm going to go ahead and click Messier 1. And it's now asking me essentially to confirm that the details are correct. So it's showing me a thumbnail of the image, the Crab Nebula here, albeit in black and white. But it's also now showing me the observation details. And as you can see, it's suggesting that it's going to be requesting three separate observations. This is correct because essentially for a three-colour image, what we need is an observation using a red filter, one using a green filter and one using a blue filter. And then using LT image software, we can combine those three observations, essentially overlay them to create the beautiful three-colour images that we would like. So it's showing me the details of those, so the exposure times and the instrumentation, none of which we've had to fill in. It's done that all for us. And again, it's showing us this chart, which we've already ascertained at the moment is a poor chance of success. But in the next couple of weeks, it's going to start to improve quite dramatically. So provided we're willing to wait a couple of weeks, we should find that our observation is successful. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and hit Submit Observations. And that's it. We're done. It's given me my unique code. The information is saying here it will be sent to the Liverpool telescope. We've completed it. So if we now go to the Go Observing section and mouse over, as I mentioned before, we can go to My Observations and see our previous requests. Right at the top of that list, we see the observation that we've just requested, the Messier 1. We want a three-colour nebula. It's been submitted, and the date at which we submitted it is obviously today. Now, in the next hour or so, we should find that the status of our request will change from submitted to send to telescope, just like these previous requests that I've made earlier today have done. So once that's been sent to the telescope, in the next couple of weeks, certainly, potentially sooner looking at that chart from before, our observation will be successful and it will be ready to download. And once it's been observed, we get a link similar to this one that I've done before that says ready to download, and by clicking that it takes us to the data files that we can then use. So once we see that, we know we've been successful. However, if for whatever reason we don't need that observation anymore, we can go ahead and click the trash can and delete it from the telescope's computers. Alternatively, if the observation is unsuccessful for whatever reason, we will see an arrow similar to this one next to it. This is a resubmit button. So if for whatever reason, let's say the weather was particularly bad over the next few weeks and the telescope couldn't open and we didn't get our observation back, then we could go ahead and click the resubmit curved arrow icon that would appear here, and it would automatically send another request to the telescope with the exact same parameters, so we wouldn't have to go through this process again. So quite a useful feature there to speed things up slightly. But that's it. Our request is in, it will be sent to the telescope, it will soon be ready to download. We've completed our task. It's that easy. Thanks for watching.